3, 2, 1.
This is Joycey,
and Blake,
and welcome to
Savagely Scale.
Let's check in.
Yes, May check-in since it's the end of the month, the last week.
It's almost mid-year. That's insane to me. Can you believe it? I think it
even
was just
think of that.
Christmas, like not that long ago.
What?
Yeah, May man, birthday month, Mother's Day. I had a birthday this May. Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day?
Mother's Day was good. It was good. I got a card, flowers. I slept in.
That's nice.
Yeah.
My kids didn't do absolutely nothing. So. Disappointment.
Yes, Jenny and Kylo.
They were here. We got some takeout. You know, just watched some Twilight.
Yeah. Did you do anything for your mom?
It's hard. Okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. So, because my birthday falls on Mexican Mother's Day, which is May 10th. So I always tell my mom, I was your gift to the world, so you're welcome. But it's also hard to be like, okay, like we're celebrating my birthday, but then I gotta pay for your dinner, but it's my birthday, so then we just kind of cancel each other out and pay for each other's dinners. But I did get her a gift, so I got her a little gift, and then we did spend, I think, a weekend at the Grand Canyon because she's been dying to do that. So she's like, let's do it. She came down, did that, had a good time, and then we cooked. We love to cook in my family, so we got some carne asada, and then we just grilled outside of my yard, so that was very nice. Had some drinks, and you were here for that.
Yeah, it was really good. It was not during Mother's Day.
It was not. It was after.
Which is good. You can
We
always
delayed.
celebrate holiday after.
I like to kind of spread it out throughout the whole month, like my birthday celebration, and just do little by little. But that's the plan. May has been a very, very nice month.
I sent my mom stuff to Amazon.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I bought my mom a doggy bone, and she was very happy with it. And I might have bought her a bed from outside as well, I think. Thank you, Jenny. That we appreciate it.
Good job, Jenny.
Well done. Well done.
But
yeah, then Grandma came to town too, actually, in LA. So I got to see her, which is nice. And then right after she went to Mexico. So I feel like I rarely see her nowadays, so it's nice to catch
yeah,
her.
because you took a week or a couple
Yeah.
days and went to
To LA.
California.
Yeah. So it was nice. It was a good time to spend with family. I feel like all of May was pretty much that. And then I guess on a good note, my back's kind of back in shape. So that's
Good.
that is good. So I'm feeling a whole lot better. I have my moments where like it kind of flares up, but like with any injury, it's gonna happen. But compared to where I was in my last check-in, like I feel a whole lot better. And yeah, fingers
Good.
crossed that it keeps getting better. Carol keeps telling me it should, and you know, as long as I stick with my stretches and everything, which let's be real, sometimes I don't. Like I just need to stay consistent, and then we'll be in a good page.
Yeah.
And then Murph's coming up, so that's kind of what I've been saving myself for too. Is just be very careful with all the workouts so that I can be ready for that.
Yeah, that should be good because Murph. Well, actually, this will be coming out on Tuesday, so you guys are all. Hope you guys had a great Murph
That's right.
yesterday. But for mine, I did that competition in April.
That's
I
right.
qualified May 1st. I put my registration down to go to Texas.
There you go.
For that.
That's official.
Yeah. Paid that. Helped with the Airbnb, so I have some money in the going.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big trip.
It is. It's exciting. It will be my first meet in front of people because I couldn't go in January because my daughter got sick. The April meet was online. Oh, it was just the gym people, which I'm comfortable with.
You said it's in Texas? Have you been there before?
Yeah, I've been to Texas. I haven't stayed in Texas. I've always had like a flight that goes to Fort Worth or
like a layover.
Yeah, I've been to Texas for like a layover for 3 hours one time.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer.
I have stayed there before, but it was for like a work thing. It was a training, so I stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
Because the conference was in the hotel. There was nothing really around, and I was staying in the hotel. And excited for that. I got my cowgirl boots.
Nice.
Yep.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So May has just been a whirlwind of things and life things and gym things and just program and keep moving, keep going and giving life.
Yeah. That's really what it's felt like a lot. I feel like there's a lot of things that are coming up that a lot of people are prepping for. Barbell Mayhem being one of them.
Yes. So if you guys haven't heard about it, we have Barbell Mayhem happening in Kingman CrossFit. And there's also a competition that's going to be happening in Prescott. the following month.
That's right.
In October. So Barbell Mayhem is in September, and then October is the one I get.
Yeah, so people are partnering on. And your partners if you haven't already.
So that the Presley one is opposite sex, right?
Yeah.
And then Barbell Mayhem is same sex. And we have Just for Fun, Scaled, and RX.
It's a good mix.
It is.
Will you be participating?
No. Even if I wasn't
But judging.
yeah, even if I wasn't doing it, I is it though?
I mean, have you ever wanted to participate?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think like the first Barbell Mayhem, because when I joined the gym, they used to talk about Mayhem in the Mountains, which
That's
you let me
right.
do one of them. And they always talked about how exciting it was. And then I became a coach, and they're like, "Oh, well, coaches help judge." So I never got to do one. Which is okay because like judging's a whole different excitement. I love doing competition. I love doing opens. I loved when Havasu had their competition.
I miss the Havasu one.
Yeah, because it's so close. Also,
Yeah.
CrossFit's closer than most for us. I mean, a Vegas one would be close as well, but Havasu is just 4 to 5 minutes and you're there.
Yeah.
And I really liked doing those. But yeah, I just remember, yeah, I get to do that. And in the same sense, like, what is it, the check-in runs? Like the first couple times for the check-in runs, I was like, oh, I've never got to do that. And they always talk how fun it is. And they're like, well, because you're a coach, we actually need you to help out. Okay. But then, like, all the other check-in runs, I actually had my kids with me with my husband's work schedule. So I was like, well, I can't do them anyways.
I wonder if they'd be allowed to replace, like, if I'd be like, I'll do it for Blake if Blake can participate instead.
They can. I know, like, Jason,
Fine doing that.
who's a coach, him and his wife did a check-in run. And I'm sure it's just like, sitting down with Chris and being like, I really want to do this.
I wouldn't mind jumping in for
And
you.
that's like for the open, like how, even though I'm doing weightlifting, like if you want to do the open, just don't do it.
But you killed it.
And I really enjoyed that. Which, jumping on top of that, our gym is actually doing where it's June 14th and they're doing the, what is it? The Community Cup, but it's also an anniversary for Human CrossFit.
Wait, can you explain that to me? What exactly? Because I read a little bit of it, but I didn't kind of go into full depth. What?
So it's the same thing. Remember when we talked about it, I said, oh, the only smart way to do this for gyms is the gym having an in-house competition on the weekend. Because it's kind of like the open, but with, what is it? What was it? Qualifiers, right? Online qualifiers where you guys got how many workouts that you had to complete in that week.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing as the community cup. Like, just there's gonna be, well, no, throughout the week. I think Tuesday they let all the workouts out, and you have until that Monday to do that. Since the community cup is for anybody who did it, I mean, you have to register for the community cup, but who did the open, and then you got put into levels. So those workouts are going to be based on your level, and you're going to be scored against the people in those levels. So it's not as small as the number as those qualifying ones were after the open 2 years ago or so. Right. So it's still a big number and people work. And I was like, Rosa, I understand what you're doing, but in the same sense, like if you're making it done within a week, how are these people going to do it? The only smart way is if a CrossFit gym was like, okay, we'll have a 2-day competition Friday and Saturday, or we'll have an in-house one on Saturday. And so Chris, Mary, and Amanda are doing it on Saturday. And they're also having that anniversary for them being owners of Kingman CrossFit, which they do, once a year. And it's actually really nice because it's after Harper's birthday. It's usually the weekend of Harper's birthday or right before. I think the last two have fallen on her birthday. And we usually have it at Mary's house. And they get a bounce house, like ones with water slides for the kids. Yeah, we do barbecuing. And this time it's going to be at the gym. It's going to be the community cup, so you will be judged if you want to, if you register and do that. And there's still going to be fun things for the kids. It is just for you and your family, not anybody outside of the gym. Which I do like that when we do our anniversary ones. And it's just going to be really fun. And the K-Town is going to be there. That food truck is going to be there. And they bought certain foods for the members. So it's really cool. There was one year we did a tie-dye party and we purchased
I missed that one.
It was so much fun. The kids still have their tie-dye shirts that they wear for pajamas now.
Mm-hmm.
You had to purchase the shirt, and then they purchased all the tie-dye stuff, but they still had the water slides. They had the trampoline, like they had all kinds of stuff. So I really appreciate that they do that for the members. And I think this one's going to be really, really fun. Yeah. Especially if people sign up for the community cup and we do it.
I think it's going to be amazing.
So many people are like, can we do an in-house competition? So yeah, and if you were asking for that, then now's your time to sign up for it. But that one's going to be June
14th?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. When I heard about that, I was like, what? Definitely signing up to do that. Like, that's going to be cool. I think just having an excuse outside of the gym to see the people at the gym is nice, because I think the only chance we do get to do that is the open.
Yeah.
Which is great, but I feel like that's just once a year. And yeah, we have barbell mayhem, but not everyone participates. And I feel like this is just a good opportunity to do that. And I don't know. I love the member appreciation stuff. I think last time they gave us was it during Christmas when we got that cute little tote thing?
Yeah, it was Christmas for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was nice.
That was a really nice one too. But yeah, you know what? Now thinking about it, like, move over me. I know it was your birthday and Mother's Day. I really,
like, bye.
But you know what? I'm also a little bit better. Like, this weekend, and Emily are going to Disneyland for Joyce's birthday, and I'm unavailable to do it. So I'm just like, we can be done with May. Like, I had a really good May.
What a hate.
And so the only good parts were with friends and my husband and Jenny's like,
she's like, how dare you? What about May?
Yeah, she was.
No, it's over.
So I'm excited for the things in June. I have vacation. I have the community cup. It's summer.
You have more birthdays for
Yes, we have birthdays. We have birthday parties to go to. And just having fun. It's gonna be both seasons.
And I'm like, summer. All that hard work we've been putting in the gym, guys.
Yeah. And then going forward with affiliates. Like, we have affiliates going to be lined up for after summer, which we did have one for May. It was the High Desert CrossFit in Prescott. I had a death in the family, so we couldn't make that. So we're going to reschedule that. We have one in Northern California that reached out to us. Thank you, Joe.
Yes, shout out to Joe.
I still can't believe that you live in the same town that my husband grew up in, and a lot of people don't know that.
I was just like, what a small world. That's crazy.
It's a big ass state.
That's like, again, I've never been to, but that's obviously up north, right?
Yeah, more northern.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you've been?
Yeah, I've been to Manteca. I think like 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. It's pretty. So
yeah, hopefully going out
there and to other gyms.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity's open. The door is open for you, y'all. If anyone is interested in being a part of the podcast, we do have slots open. So reach out to us, let us know. But we also have other interviews that we have Andrew coming back for our segment. Yeah, for our segment. And then, hopefully we'll be able to ask some other interviews to be a part of the podcast.
Yeah. And if you guys have anything, I know we really want to do a pelvic floor one with Carol and Andrea. Probably maybe another nutrition one. And just going into maybe doing a sit down with programmings and how do you
Coach Dave and his upcoming training for
that would be
next
fun
year
too. Or fun with families of CrossFit with the Partridge family.
That's true. That would be a good one, because we all know the partridges at the gym.
Yeah, I mean, but let's go back to our May check-in. May, both of us sat down and we're like, we really need to be better at these. Because I feel like our team worked strong, and we just, like, with life happening, that hit me stronger this year than I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just been crazy.
Yeah. Okay. I guess you can go first.
I just about it. Set you up.
I know.
Well, we can go into like May, and I think the reason, like, both of us for May were like, we have no idea, because I was just surviving May. Like, it was not sink or swim. It was just like survive as much as you can of this month, because it was a really busy, hectic, and a lot of things were for this month. And I know for you, I think May was to have fun and survive the fun.
Yeah, birthday, and
yeah,
I think my back was one of the goals too, just to get better there. So I guess it was a good month for me in the sense of, like, my back's feeling better. I did get some toes to bar down. I could at least sink like 2 or 3. Shout out to Coach Jason and Coach Andrew for helping me with those tips. So I was like, should I focus on the running or the toes to bar? Like, do the toes to bar and go slow, little reps. And it worked. So I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
So
Should the runner focus on running?
I don't consider myself a runner, but thank you. I'm
Anybody?
like, I will take it.
Just
Take
said
it.
knows Joycey.
Oh my God.
Please comment.
I mean, I will
Run.
take it. I run, horse, run. And I guess for June, I really want to get with better with like my shoulders, making them stronger, whether it's wall walks, so I can finally get like. But I still can't do those. I guess it would be just getting my shoulders stronger.
There you go. Mobility is the biggest part of that.
Well, then there you go. That's one of my weaknesses. So I guess I got to stretch even more
Yeah.
on top of my 45 minutes already.
She does not
I do
stretch
not
for 45 minutes.
At least 15.
Yeah, I can see that. What's your life? Other than a bath from Jenny.
I know. She's like literally giving me all the love right now. All of a sudden, which she never really does. I think for me, it's just to get my finances in check because life-wise, I've had to pay a lot of things lately, unexpected things. So it's just a matter of me trying to save up a little bit more because I have a lot of plans for next year, traveling. So I just want to make sure I'm in a strong place by then, so I could,
Yeah,
have it saved up for that. But that's my life work, just getting my finances together, having a plan, and setting it.
Yeah, that's really good.
I try, girl.
Yeah.
Jenny's like, I don't care, just pay the kibble.
Let's see. Gym goal for me for June is I know that I have more of a boring side with just like my programming and stuff like that, but my programming is changing. I like that Chris mixes it up like every 4 weeks. And so it's being more present on the rough days of my programming, like even if it's rough in life, being more present in those days and really focusing on what he like when he's around, what he says or the videos I send him. And exactly like he did tell me like, hey, for mine, I write down like what my coach said, like if he's like, it needs to be more in this way, and you write that down so you can read it and then realize that's what you have to do. So I've been doing that more, and even when I watch my own videos, being like, that was definitely not in my pocket. I need to pull more. My lats are very lazy at times, and I'm not very strong in that department because I just don't think about it.
Must be hard to critique your own work too. You know what I mean?
There is, and it's a lot of time like when I have no idea if nobody's there, then I do send it. Like this last week, I was like, I really need to start sending him videos again. Because like also me telling myself like you need to get the bar in. Like I can feel now when it's like really incorrect. I could tell myself what to do, but for some reason, when it's like Dave telling me, or even Maggie or the other weightlifting girls and Chris, it's like they're telling me, so I want to fix it. And I want to try my best at fixing it because they just gave me a great critique. So I want to show that I'm listening and trying. And they all know, like, even if I'm trying and it doesn't happen, like, nobody's said that I'm an idiot or anything. They've been cruel about it, but I'm just like one of those. Like if you give me something, I want to show that I listened and I do it. So that maybe being more graceful with myself about it. There was one day when I was like, complete shit. I'm stuck.
I don't know. I feel like that happens pretty constantly because I visit you obviously like when I get into 4:30 to both of you guys weightlifting. Like I check in and a lot of you guys struggle with like, feeling like you're not making wins with the lifts. And I constantly sometimes have to remind you guys like, hey, you guys are here.
Yeah.
You guys are doing the work. It's better, like it's much better than not having been here, not doing that sort of work.
Yeah.
But it happens. And like you said, it's constant, like with weightlifting, like you're always feeling like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. It's so technical. It's so hard to not feel that way every single time you do it. Cause you can lift it. And it's just one little thing that just switches it and could just,
and I think we're like all technical in certain things of like,
you're your harshest critic.
I remember when I first started and I was like upset that I wasn't always hitting 90, 95%, or even like doing a new PR. Because whenever he'd put find a max, find a heavy, I'd be like, challenge accepted. Like off of How I Met Your Mother.
I do love Barney.
And then I remember texting him and I was like, I'm just gonna jump off the roof because I suck today. And he would be like, What's your percentage? And I'd be like, I don't know. What did you hit? And he'd be like, what is your max? And I would put it, and I remember this one time he's like, oh, okay, so you just decided to hit your 93% and feel like a failure. And I was like, yeah.
Now that you put it that way.
And I was like, I didn't think of that. He's like, well, I mean, as long as you're hitting like 80%. So after that, like when I told Maggie that, I was like, so that's my goal always, just to make sure I hit 80%. So then there's days where I'm like, I'm not even hitting 80% today. And he told me 80%. And I'm like, that's like more of a guideline. But we all have those like, no,
There's no
this.
gray line. It's black and
Yeah.
white, and that's it.
And I'm very forgiving for everybody else where I'm like, hey, you did really good. And I do that to others. but, like, for me.
Tis true. Tis true.
Yeah. So
Love that about you, but also
I think
you're good too.
I do like being more present in that I'm just here and lifting. I'm able to come here. My kids are able to come here. I'm able to do these things and being present in that and enjoying it again because I do enjoy it. I haven't had like I hate today and I hate weightlifting and I gotta come in and I have to weightlift. I'm more in like I hate today and what today has dragged me through and it's going to ruin my lifting day.
It's so easy to carry that with you.
Mm-hmm. It is. So that would lead me to my life goal and maybe my word that I'm going to be is choices. That I am making those choices and I know that I can make other choices for that day. That yes, life sucks, or yes, I had a bad time, but my kids are happy. My choice is to be happy and live and be present. My choice is to come lift and work on lifting. That is my choice. My choice should not be, well, the reason why I'm sucking today is because my life sucks. And it needs to be more of the, no, my choice was to come here and work on it. And if I get it, I get it. And if I don't, I don't. And there's tomorrow. So that's kind of like my life choice, my word, not my life choice, my life goal,
of intention.
my life goal and my word that I'm going to pick. Because I know in the beginning of this, I was picking one for our check-ins, which have helped me throughout it. And it's just that I'm learning that I'm an adult and I make my choices and other adults other choices and I can't control it. All I can control is myself. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, loving it. That's going to be for June and I'm really excited for June because I'm done surviving May. I'm done and I know that this is the last week of May and I'm like, yes, this is the last week of May. I'm so excited. I'm excited for my daughter to turn 6. She got her ears pierced the other day, all thanks to Joycey. She's getting
there for support.
She's getting a haircut, getting pink in her hair. So she's gonna have so much fun with Amanda doing that. And Weston, my son, is thriving in different ways. Things are the end of May is being better. It's looking good. Yep. And we're gonna celebrate and go swimming and go to the lake and
My May is coming over. So I'm like, all my filings are running out. I'm like, I can't use the excuse of it's my birthday month anymore. I think I was talking to Ryan at the gym and I think he said it was his wife's birthday also. We were talking about
yeah,
it.
Jen did have a birthday.
Yeah, and then he was just like, yeah, she's been using that card for every single thing. And I'm like, hey, I do that too all month. But yeah, after that, I can't use that card.
Yeah.
So I understand. But I'm proud of you, girl, living the life of intention and making those goals. And I know we've been kind of sharing podcasts back and forth about just kind of learning more on how to be an adult and what that looks like, and a lot about relationships and boundaries. I think it's
scaling your life. It's actually scaling your life.
See, it applies in all kinds of things, all kinds. But I think it's important because I feel for a while we just kind of go along with life and just don't really think about the things we could be improving when it comes to like relationships. Or I know we mostly talk about sports and things like that, but outside of the gym, like Coach Chris says, there's so many things going on that impact what it is like in the gym sometimes, and taking time to reflect and, like you said, set those goals and create a life of intention where you're actively working on them and making an effort to make them happen. I think that's the hardest thing to do.
It is.
Sit with yourself and do that and get started. But just like the gym, it's like you gotta start somewhere. It's not gonna be easy the first few weeks, but
yeah. And I realized like to do that for myself, like this past month, like your place has been very like a safe haven for me. And the gym has been a safe haven for me. And just feeling I don't know. I don't want to say safe because my husband's not hurting me in any way, but comfortable for right now and what's going on. And then I realized like I don't want to bring that into my safe places or my safe havens or my kids' safe places. and just become that person who's so angry at everything because she can't control everything or she can't fix everything. And why am I doing that? Because that energy is wasted. So we're hoping for June for that.
Well, it's going to be a good next few weeks. We're starting off strong for sure, and more outings hopefully with the girls and our loved ones and everything. Just overall, just staying healthy, staying strong, and doing all we can to just get stronger and smarter.
On that note,
That was your main check-in.
May check-in with a little bit of insight to hopefully June. We hope you guys had a great birth yesterday. Let us know how
Memorial
it
Day
did.
as well.
Yes, and be safe tomorrow. Or we hope you were safe.
I guess yesterday.
Yeah, sorry. We hope you were
On
safe.
Memorial Day weekend.
We hope you had fun.
Yeah, I know it's dangerous out there if you're on the river, so just watch out, be safe with your family and everything whenever out there. And yeah, hopefully everyone had some good hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yeah. But let us know how your May went and what you plan on for June in these check-ins. And tell us to get our butts in gear. We really need to be more organized on everything. And I know the past 4 episodes, I'm like, we really need to. And I'm like, that's an internal thing. Blake really needs to. But yeah, if you guys feel like this podcast is your swing pre-workout, please hit those 5 stars, follow so you don't miss an episode. This will also be on YouTube, so give us a comment if you have anything that you'd like us to talk about. You can always reach out to us on YouTube at Savagely Scaled, Instagram at Savagely Scaled, email us savagelyscaled1, that is the number 1, at gmail.com.
Like, are you doing abs right now? What the hell?
I'm just holding
your legs. I'm like, my goodness. Quads are all like, jeez Louise.
Now I can't even think of what our next one
because your core must be on fire.
You can also listen to this on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music.
That's right.
She's like, whatever she says.
That's right. Whatever Blake says. I'm scared. I'm joking.
If you guys have a PR, or a friend has a PR, or if you have a story of something that's happening at your gym that's not cool or really cool, like a competition, please let us know so we can
come
talk
over
about it
and compete.
Yep. Or we
that.
can also promote it for you guys and just get you guys more people to join in. If you go to an affiliate and you think your affiliate is thebomb.com or an owner of the affiliate, please also reach out to us again on Instagram at Savagely Scaled or email us savagelyscaled1 at gmail.com. And we would love to visit and brag about your affiliate and do all the fun in your community and your gym and your comps, all of it. We love all that stuff. I love going to new gyms.
I do too.
It was so nerve-wracking, right? So nerve-wracking. And we get to bring in our non-paid intern, Emily.
She loves going to, though. Every time she gets an opportunity,
she helps us with all of our video and everything. But she is a non-paid intern, so you do not need to talk to her.
That's mean. She actually prefers it. That's she's our media rep.
Yeah.
Something like legit. You're like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
She represents Sony.
Yeah. She decided to work with us because
poor Emily. Our girl, man.
All right. Well, remember, don't be a Karen.
Be a Sharon.
And until
we meet
at the whiteboard again. Bye.